Frank, let's go to church. Oh, Lord, I need a miracle. Lord, I need a miracle. Lord, I need a miracle. Come on, say it. Miracle, miracle, right now. Oh, church, we need revival.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to When the Right One Comes, the men's edition, week number 99 and 5,500. And we're still going. I did a lot of interviews for my book and my single this week, and people, believe it or not, people ask me about the men's show, and it has become a staple. We've added, we've lost a couple off the island, and we've added a couple, and thank all of you. Hey, Mika. And so I'm going to give it over to Frank Ray III to do what he does, to welcome all of you. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Christopher is faithful. I don't think Christopher missed one. I'm going to give it over to Frank to announce everybody and introduce our panel, and we will get started with our second week of gumbo. We got tied up last week on question number 2 of the gumbo. It got serious in here.
It was my fault too.
Yeah, it was your fault. You and Lynch and Joe, y'all,
Yeah.
And probably out of all of the shows that I have, I've been to Apopka, Florida. I preached there. Dr. Julia Whitehurst. Okay. Out of all of the posts that I have made from the show, the post that I did this week, the 2 about cheating, probably was the highest, and got the most comments. Good and bad.
Not so good comments. I read them.
You read them? Yeah, Joe and Joe.
They was mad with me.
They was mad with you and Lynch.
I was just sitting there looking on that part.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
You ready? All right. Well, good Monday night evening, everybody. I pray you are doing well. Some of you are snowed in like I myself. We haven't had this much snow in Memphis since 1985. I was not even born then. So I pray everybody's doing okay. Welcome to When the Right One Comes, where we specialize in discussing women and dating from a male's perspective. We are the brainchild of that man right there with the pretty white beard, Bishop Greg. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way to the top tonight. On the bottom, we have our senior statesman, even though he's not the oldest. He thinks the oldest.
Wow.
No, I'll just miss it. Pastor Herbert Johnson, our big brother. Say what's up, Pastor Johnson.
What's up, family?
Then next to me, we have the prophet with the pretty red wall.
Well, yeah.
The one and only Dr. Orrin. What's up, Perry?
What's up, everybody?
Then next to him, we have a newer addition to the show, one and only Bishop Antoine Jackson. He's famous and stuff. I've been seeing something. Say what's up?
Nah, man. I'm just happy to be here with the fellas on Monday night. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
And then right above me, we have one of the original kings of Christian comedy, the one and only Brother Broderick Rice.
Greetings and salutations.
Next to him, we have our newest addition to the show, and we love him already. He has an interesting perspective on a lot of things that differs from some. That's what makes this show so interesting. The one and only Joe Global. What happened to your background?
So what happened?
What happened to your background? You switched up on us.
Yeah.
Thank you, low down.
You didn't want no smoke.
I want no smoke. Because the bishop said it, everybody in the world was going to say it. And I don't want to, I don't want to curse nobody out this beautiful evening.
And just think he worked on that all week since last Monday.
And, what Bishop?
And then we don't do this by step behind. We have the one Monday who is Bishop's daughter. Do me a favor right now in the comment section. I want you to put your city and your state, where you're from. Just let us know right quick where you're from. And this, if this is your first time tonight, let us know it's your first time. One more thing I need you to do: hit that share button. I don't see enough of you tonight with share on top of your name. So I need everybody that's watching, hit that share button for me right now. Let's do it. Let's have some fun tonight. Bishop, we're back in your hands.
All right, everybody that's on, if you would invite and share. We have about, oh my God, we almost got 400 people in the room already. Thank y'all so much. Put a person's name in there. Y'all looking at Facebook, I'm looking at the overall numbers. Invite and share. If you're on Facebook, give stars and things. So we're gonna resume from Gumbo. And that means we have a plethora of Joe, your background is dope. Like so I want to start in. Why do you think people stay with people when they're unhappy with people? Why do men or women stay in? And I really added this to the question from last week because I get so if you coach anybody or talk to people, or if you're a pastor and you counsel, you find that women mainly, yeah, let's focus it there. I don't even focus on the men because we're getting the men's perspective. Why do you think our queens, and I want y'all to help them, why do you think our queens stay with the man that they know that isn't any good, but they continue to stay with them, and they come and tell you, if you a pastor or a counselor, whatever, and they still stay. Some cases the guy is a habitual cheater, but they still stay. Some of them have good jobs and they got their own stuff, but they still stay. Antoine.
Yes, sir. This is very common. I have found that because there's this ideology that divorce is a sin. And so they feel like it's immoral to leave the man because they feel like divorcing him will cause her to be in sin. And I tell people all the time, like, I mean, y'all can take it for what it's worth, but the reason for the divorce can be the sin, but divorce itself is not a sin. But I found that to be the case. I've also found that sometimes women are upside down in relationships. And it means they have no money. Their names are not on the houses. Their names are not on the cars. So they literally feel powerless to even make a move because they just don't have any assets. They have nowhere to go and they're scared to be alone. And that man has provided such security for them that it's just hard to go and to start over again. So those have been the two common things that I've seen why women tend to stay in relationships when they know they should be out.
Any other views? Joe.
I think just primarily the fear of being alone, or the uncomfortableness of being alone. I won't say fear. Do you know how hard it is to be with somebody for 5 or 6 years and then break up, and then you got to consider starting all over again with some new Negro or some new chick? It is gut-wrenching for some people to deal with that. And then you got relationships where y'all just kind of like stuck. Maybe y'all moved in together, y'all sharing the rent and the light bill, and you pay the cable, and you know, we got this business, we started together. Sometimes you just get stuck. But for the most part, the uncomfortableness of being alone and starting over, who want to do that? And sometimes you settle in with the evil you know, than to go out and try to find some new evil that you've never been exposed to. And so, but I'm not going to be unhappy. You know, I live under a bridge before I before I be stuck in a relationship somewhere. Boy.
All right. Who's next? Anybody else that want to add to this? Hey, Pastor Lynch, welcome. Why do why do women stay in relationships when they are unhappy and they just stay and stay? Pastor Johnson.
Well, one of the things that I've seen, Bishop, was that some women have the tendency to stay because of the conveyed feeling that they can't do no better.
Good.
Because the reality is, to attract the type of person that you desire on that level, you have to also upgrade and elevate your own self, your thinking, your own way of life. So a lot of women tend to say, well, this is going to require a lot of work. I'm comfortable. This is convenient where I'm at. I'm going to stay right here.
So this is good right here. Where to go? Women natural. Okay. Women are natural caretakers and helpers. So there's the idea that they can help them, plus they get comfortable. Y'all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Roger.
Oh no, everything that has already been said, I believe is so true. And even as a man, my ego would like to say, oh no, I could just move on. But and I don't say this to be comedic right now, but you think about all the dinners, you think about the investment you made. Maybe you put together some trips, and then here's the other piece, Bishop. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I can't. I don't want to see her with nobody else. I don't want to see her with nobody else. Just
That's a
the
good
thought.
perspective, Roger. That's good.
That's a great perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
keep
So
going.
that's a part for me as a man.
So have any of you, we've been transparent, have any of you, Perry, ever been with a woman that that you just kind of held on to, and that they was kind of unhappy, or vice versa? You held on and you were unhappy.
Absolutely. I think what the fellas have said, all of it is valid reasons. Sometimes it is the art of what Broderick said. You don't want to see her with anyone else. Men are naturally territorial, and we try to have our cake and eat it too at times. And so I agree. I think the way Broderick just said it was profound. And then also, I think from a woman's perspective, I think it's insecurity. At least I know what old crazy is. I don't know what this new crazy possesses. The same thing that Joe just said. Sometimes we don't look at the fact that because I'm with someone, I know what they're capable of. But it's either I'd rather pick the witch than the devil, the worst of two evils. So swapping the witch for the devil, it's the fear of the unknown. I think that's
Fear of starting over.
Yeah, the fear of starting over, the fear of unknown. I don't know what's going to happen.
So really, what it's saying, I'd rather be unhappy than to start over again and take a chance and be worse than what I am.
Yeah.
Pastor Lynch, you want to add?
Well, come on here, crying, Lynch. I ain't with it today. You muted, Lynch. You muted. Unmute yourself, brother.
Y'all got a lot of likes and comments off of y'all conversation last week. Y'all was the stars of my page. Go ahead, Lynch.
Okay. Man, it took me so long to unmute. I forgot the question. What was it?
We were talking originally about why do people stay in relationships, women, and I was asking, have you all ever been there before, stayed in a relationship and you were unhappy? And then I want to give some resolve to the women. But go ahead, however you want to get in.
Yeah, I've done it, and I think one of the reasons why is because a lot of people don't know how to leave. They don't know the steps on how to break up, and that's why I told you, I think a long time ago on one of the shows, that we need to talk about, steps to walk away, because I think
That's where we're going next. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 'cause I think on so many levels, people only feel like they can break up, Frank. It has to be dramatic. You know what I mean? It got to be a fight. It got to be a throwdown. And most of us And women know how to walk away and how to leave better than men do, because we're not confrontational. We go with the flow. So we normally the cheating is what caused the breakup for most of us, because we mentally and physically literally moved on. But I think for the most part, people don't know how to break up. And so a consequence of not knowing how to break up, you just stay and hoping. Like, have y'all ever been in a relationship where you was thinking like, man, hell, I wish she would like just leave, because you didn't want to be the one to initiate it. And so you was trying. So I think that's my answer, Bishop.
So do you think men do things to make them leave and be like, why won't you leave? That's what you're kind of saying, man.
Yeah, and I think we say it because I've said it a lot of times, like, well, if you're not happy, you know what I mean? I'm trying to put it on her. Really, I'm saying I'm not happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm trying to put the unhappiness on her, because I won't feel so bad, Antoine, if y'all get what I'm saying? Don't leave me out there now.
No.
Yeah,
We're listening. We're listening.
Don't leave me out there. And now I'm not like Frank, because when Frank ain't happy, Frank just saying he ready to jump in right now. No, brother.
Frank just
I don't
trying to
agree
figure out
with
what
y'all
we're talking about right now, right? He's like, brother.
Yeah, because if you 10 minutes late at a restaurant, Frank done. So
I agree, but nothing you just said.
I know you didn't.
What do you mean men are not comfortable?
I don't believe. Let me say.
Frank be like that. You getting out of here.
Let's say not men. I would say most men. These on the platform, y'all agree? You don't want to fight. You don't want to argue. You don't want to have to be the one to bring up the issue. Most men go with the flow.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you were saying that sometimes men do something to show that they're dissatisfied. I found that men do nothing to show that they're dissatisfied. When he literally does nothing, he does not engage. He comes, sits on that chair. He's looking at his games. He is not initiating anything with you. That's him saying he don't want to be there.
So will a man?
I'm just leaving. I can't. No,
What you say? They ain't gotta leave.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, I'm not. Life is too short to be unhappy with anybody. I don't understand that concept of sticking around. Like, I understand in the context of marriage there will be ups and downs, but when we talking about dating, you ain't neither one of us got no ring on, and I'm putting up with foolishness. No, ma'am.
Man, some of these relationships be stronger than marriages.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I told y'all what my favorite movie is.
what is it?
Good Deeds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All that he had.
He's like, and for somebody that had way less, and it wasn't that him and Gabrielle, they loved each other. But what do you do when love is not enough and you're not free?
Love is not enough.
I say, what do you do when you're in love but you're not free? And that's what the issue was. So, gentlemen, starting with, we got almost 500 on all of our social medias, like 464. Y'all invite and share. That means the other numbers are really growing. Okay, so Antoine, let's give some steps, like Lynch said. I think that's what he was talking about, right? Let's give some steps on how to leave. I mean, before you do that, talk about when enough is enough. Because we always think about physical and mental abuse. That's not all. When enough is not enough.
One of the things that I found to be prevalent is, let's just say a woman comes to me and she wants to go to counseling, and the gentleman never comes. Like, he never comes to counseling. Anything that she's trying to do to make the relationship better, he won't participate in it. But because she does not have any evidence, she probably stays a little bit too much longer than what she needs to, because in her heart she knows the reality that he's checked out, but she just don't have any proof or evidence. And I always just try to tell a woman, listen, you don't necessarily need him to do anything to you that is wrong or negative for you to choose you. Because a relationship requires two people to invest in it to make it healthy. And so it's the same way that we're saying, like, yo, if nobody's willing to do the investment in the relationship, is as easy as to have a conversation about your dissatisfaction. I ain't got to argue with you. I ain't got to yell at you. It's just got to be simple. Look, I am not getting what I need from this relationship. I feel disconnected. I'm trying to have conversations. I'm trying to have sex. None of it is going anywhere. And so I'm making the decision for me that this relationship isn't fulfilling. And so I need to make steps to move on to my next.
The issue is what who just said that, Frank? We're not even talking about marriage.
Right.
We're
That's
talking about
right.
people that's just in a relationship. And they are tangled up like they are married.
Yep.
I mean, I get it in my DMs all the time. Bishop, tell me how to walk away. I'm like, y'all married? No. And one of the biggest mistakes that they make, and y'all can tell me if you disagree, they move in. The guy tells them to quit your job, and he knows what he's doing. He's making you dependent on him. I had one girl tell me, I left a good job, and all I do now is take care of his kids and mine. And she had no way of getting out. Joe, give some other ways to get out.
Well, firstly, let me just clear it up, because that's the second time I heard y'all mention that these men are the one that's bossing up and paying the bills. These ladies out here are taking care of their business, getting money, and they be the person that be the most supportive in some of these relationships. I've seen it 1,000 times. I've been a part of it once, but it is a system of women doing that thing, not telling men to quit their jobs, but helping men through their tough times. I think though, but what's important about every relationship, and I've been saying this on Clubhouse, is that we have to do occasional reassessments of where we are in these relationships. We cannot go through life and not have an audit, an emotional audit about what's happening in that relationship. Because some of us could be stuck with a good guy, but he's not loving you good. Great guy. The world like him, his credit score is 780, but he's nice to you, might buy you flowers, but he ain't loving you, treating you the way that you want to be treated. And so when you have these reassessment moments, it'll help you be able to have a mature conversation. Because we want to talk when the house on fire. We don't talk, Bishop AJ, when we smell smoke. And so we have to sniff out for the smoke so we can have a grown person conversation. A lot of these relationships that end in cursing and standing in the middle of the street throwing stuff on the ground could have been avoided if you would have had one conversation. Just one conversation. And reassessment help you gather those conversations so that your information for the conversation, so you can walk away healthy. Who don't want to walk away from something healthy? We shouldn't have to have all these, like Carl said, all these fights and cursing and cheating. Let's just talk about it, because we might be able to fix it. But constant reassessments is my first idea about how you can relieve relationships very well, and always keep, even when they don't want to, an open line of communication where you're able to share your feelings without it being over emotional or you being condescending or you fighting. It's a way that you can lead into the conversation and you'll be able to get your point across, and we'll receive it very well.
I muted mics because I was hearing some feedback from somebody. Okay. Dr. Perry, ways to walk away.
I think this is simple, but it's a foundational truth from my perspective, is that you have to acknowledge that you cannot control the other person's reaction. A lot of times we want to control the reaction. We already map it out in our minds of how it's going to go. but acknowledge that you have to do what you need to do for yourself. A lot of times we do things and we look for the other party to, and I think Frank said this, to validate the emotion. But a lot of times you can't control the other person. You can't control their reaction. You can't control how they're going to respond to it. You first have to do it according to how you feel. And secondly, I think primarily you should assess the value of what you are going to lose and what you're going to gain. Sometimes we equate external value to internal value, which means that a lot of times we say, well, I'm gonna lose the house and the car. You value the house and the car more than you value your own peace, your own sanity, your own emotional state. So I think that you have to start putting yourself first, especially in, like Frank said, I don't see the point of people, if we're dating, we have nothing tied to there. I think we also have to just accept, hey, I'm not married. I got to go. Just go. So I think, again, acknowledge that you can't control their reaction. Acknowledge it.
All right. Pastor Jay.
Mute, Pastor Jay.
Okay,
I
I'm
muted you. I muted, yeah, because we was getting noise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bishop, my advice is number one, seek counseling. And even if the other party's not willing to
Is he
participate,
frozen?
can you hear me?
I think he's frozen. Okay. He frozen.
I'm frozen?
Not on my end.
No, not on our end, Bishop.
Not on our end.
Was he talking?
Yeah.
He was talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
couldn't hear him. I don't know what happened to my thing. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. It's
Oh.
doing something on my end.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
so
but-
sorry.
Oh, no, Bishop. I would say number one, seek counseling. Even if the other party do not want to participate, go and get some counseling for yourself, because it can help you to navigate through your own issues so that you won't attract the same kind of relationship that you are exiting. So I would say number one, seek counseling. And then number two, if you have concluded that the relationship is unhealthy, then just make a clean break and just leave.
Okay. Lynch, any final on that?
Yeah, I think because every situation is different, it is not a perfect way of leaving. We gotta look at a lot of these people, Joe. They got leases, and that's my couch. You know what I'm saying? So, now unless you just, like, hey, you can keep it all, I'm gone. You're gonna have those situations, but I think, moreover, I would say this, and I never thought about this until tonight. But if you move in with somebody, and even without moving in with them, but when you start dating someone, I believe that sometimes you got to talk about if it don't work. Because, and I know that's pretty much saying, well, we ain't gonna talk like that, but that's a part of life. You know what I mean? Everybody you date is not gonna be your husband or your wife. You know what I mean? And we see more relationships fall out, and they all on social media and all of those type of things. But I believe that we got to have that conversation. I like the way you talked about it, Joe, that you got to have a midway audit, throughout that relationship, just to make sure how is everything. And I think sometimes there has to be a strong one in the relationship to kind of be the leader of the exit strategy. Everybody can't be hard, and everybody definitely can't be soft. So I think that maybe you may be that one to say, okay, let's lay it out. Let's talk about how we're going to end. I don't believe people should just run out. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? I would like to see a conversation. So when the Negro don't come back home, you ain't surprised. You knew he wasn't coming back. And everybody keep some money until you married. You better keep some money, in a safer place.
Facts.
So that you can be able because most times people just stand because of the financial, aspect of the relationship. So broke people definitely gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not throwing off on anybody's financial, situation, but I don't believe that no man, until you marry, I don't believe that no man ought to be dependent on no woman to take care of him, and I don't believe no woman should be dependent on no man to take care of them. When you dating, quit dating like you're married. You get what I'm saying? And that's a big of the problem, because you got people living in these houses, answering to each other, like you married until the argument. Then when the argument comes a fact, then you bring up, hell, we ain't married. No, but that's how you're operating. You know what I mean? So there has to be bound. Let me tell you something. You ought not be washing no man's drawers until you married. You know what I mean? That's wifely. I know.
I don't know.
Slow down now.
He was doing all right.
But Lynn,
Real good.
they living together like they married.
Doing all right. No, even if they ain't living together, brother. Listen. If I'm taking you out, if I'm paying for us to eat, if
Here
I'm
we go.
opening car door,
It's turning.
if I'm doing all of this stuff, and you can't wash my clothes, what are you here for? And even as a girlfriend, you should make all of my space better. Ain't no washing no clothes, just no wife. Come on now, come on now, Lynch. Come on now.
Right.
Hey Bishop, how many number? What's our count right now? Where we at?
468.
Okay, come on, Frank. Let's keep it going. We got to get the time. Come on, let's go. We're getting at the 600 tonight.
He ain't trying to get numbers tonight. He's serious.
Frank say, "Oh, you washing these drawers?"
There's gonna be some draws washing going on around here.
It's gonna be some something.
So you think because the woman, you pay for a woman's dinner and you take her out, she bound to wash your drawers.
The man is doing all this and that. If I'm making sure your oil change, if you got a flat, I gotta come change your flat tire.
And they can't wash your
And you
drawers.
wash my clothes?
No, Frank, you keep saying clothes. I said drawers.
You change the drawers.
Drawers is included in the clothes, bro. That's a cloth, ain't it?
I hope so.
I'm going with Frank tonight.
Yeah, I'm with Frank.
I'm with Frank tonight too.
Yeah.
Johnson, you with
I
Frank?
ain't with Frank. I ain't with Frank.
Yeah, I believe in chivalry on both sides.
Yes, brother.
What'd you say, Joe?
Joe, you not with him?
No, because ain't nothing required. I don't believe nothing need to be required.
Then why when they go out to dinner they sit there and look at you when the bill come?
Because they should.
Dabba-dabba-do.
No, they should look at me when the bill comes.
Right.
Dabba-dabba-do.
When my clothes dirty, I should be looking at you.
They should look at me.
No, you out of it this time. I'm sorry. I got it. No.
I'm going with Frank.
Don't know. I'm with Frank. You know why? Because I believe it should be on both sides. So they come over your house and they see your laundry sitting there and they see some dishes in the thing. And you mean to tell me that they shouldn't do that and just say, "Oh, baby, I got this."
I don't think it should be required. Now, if they do it, it's an act of service. I appreciate it. But I ain't finna be looking at her like getting mad at her because she ain't reading my mind because I need these drawers washed. And I shouldn't have to tell. I'm not gonna tell her.
I feel some kind of way.
No. Would she be looking at you some kind of way if she call you and say her tie flat? And you say, "Oh, okay, baby, what you gonna do?"
Right. I get that. I get that. I'm that kind of man though, but I don't have
That she should be that kind of woman.
She should be a woman.
So, hey, Frank, so is it a deal breaker if she don't?
Wash them drawers.
Well, listen, brother. I mean, I don't think of them terms because I
Okay, so y'all think if she don't do it then, that she ain't gonna do it later? There's a possibility. Because what's in them is gonna come out anyway if that's what they do.
See, I think this is the problem with America. This is the problem with America. Right? That we tell our young black boy, watch how he treat his mama. How he treat his mama, how he care for his mama is indicative of how he's going to treat you. But yet she can be calling her dad a nigga. That nigga ain't this. That nigga ain't that. It's never said, watch how she treats her dad. Watch how she serves him. Watch what she does around the house. We got a different standard for men when it comes to dating, and it creates this unequal balance. And that's why so many men out here that's unfulfilled, because y'all want the men to live up to a certain standard, but these women ain't got to live up to nothing. I'm sick of that, Joe. And Joe Globe, I can't believe you done said that tonight. And Lynch, I can't yes, I can. I can believe you.
Hey, Bishop, I've been saying this for the longest time, and it never goes anywhere. But I'm saying we do all of this pursuing to win a woman's heart, but a woman doesn't have to do anything to win ours. And we wonder why men keep looking. Because it's like, after I've chased you and gotten you, I'm tired, but you've never gotten my heart to even got me connected to you. And so what I'm saying, what Frank is saying is we talking about draws, but I'm saying the reality is we got to get back to mutuality in relationships.
That's all I'm saying.
We got to get back to mutuality in relationships. We want it to work. It requires two people to personally invest in the relationship to have something healthy. It just won't be healthy just because he's a good man. It's just not, that's just not good enough. You need two mutual people to invest in the relationship.
Young lady said, look how I keep my house. That way you know what I can do. No, I okay. Lynch, what you say? No, can you keep my house?
I'm in a comment rebuking mood tonight, Sister Boyd. You better watch it. This must be your first night. I'm giving you grace on that first comment, but watch yourself.
What she say?
I ain't gonna read what she said, but watch yourself, Sister Boyd.
Lynch, you got follow because you started this.
I rest my case.
So you agree with Frank?
Hell no.
So you don't think that you don't.
No, I'm with Joe. I just don't think it should be a requirement or a deal breaker. That's me. Somebody made a comment, Frank. I'm just eager to hear your comment. They said, so if she paid for dinner, are you washing her drawers, her panties?
That's stupid. Come on, let's keep moving.
I mean, Roger, you gotta.
Bryce, you muted.
You muted.
Right.
You muted. You muted.
You mute. Unmute yourself, Rice.
Go ahead.
Well, how do I unmute my? Okay, I'm unmuted. I thought somebody else was controlling that. But Frank, I was just saying, I want to hear your response.
We were controlling it because we keep hearing a clicking. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries.
No, I want to make Frank explain what he said, because I think I agree with Frank. Now, I don't believe it should be a deal breaker per se, or as soon as I meet a woman, take her out to eat, I'd be like, hey, you come back to my house and do my laundry. But Frank, you said no, you weren't gonna answer. Please answer, Frank.
So the concept flows over into, if both of us have a proclamation that we are dating towards marriage, then I'm a man where I believe that male and female within the house context, whether you're in the house together or not, the certain things fall under your domain. For instance, my woman is not taking out any trash. My woman is not paying for certain things. She doesn't have to worry about taking her car to get an oil change. She doesn't have to worry about how she's going to fix her flat, because I believe that as her man, those are my domains that she should not have to worry about or think about. So if there's an exchange of mutuality in us dating one another, then in exchange, there should be certain things that I should not have to worry about myself, such as washing, such as my clothes going to the cleaners, such as different things. Like I'll send you the money to even go pick up the groceries, but I just believe that there's an even exchange. There are certain things that as a man that my woman should not have to worry about. And as her man, I should not have to worry about. If that's not the case, then what are you here for?
Wow. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
Bishop, you know what? some of what we're talking about, I never had a problem with. The only thing was my heart was full of evil. I would do all those things that they dreamed of because I knew, listen, I knew where I was going to jump off if they did. And I love the fact of knowing that after I cooked for them and cleaned for them with the tire and the oil and do all those things. I knew that there was going to come a point where I said, now you listen here to me. I was full of, the devil had me. Amen. And I knew when I was going to hop off. But I said, they're going to miss me when I go because they're going to miss all of the services. I'm talking about all of them that I was providing. So even when they didn't reciprocate, I was writing that down. Yeah. I was making mental notes. And so when we came to that argument or that point, and then sometime I just disappeared, even as Enoch disappeared in the Bible. Yeah, Bishop, I just disappeared. I just disappeared.
So,
Bishop,
so Lynch, I just want to recap one more time.
Yes, sir.
You're saying, and I know you because we've talked, okay, without giving your business. You're good to women, okay?
Yes.
You okay? You ask me things. You know, should I do this? Should I do that? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody comes over and they see your dirty drawers laying out your laundry, you're just gonna say to them, and they're getting ready to do it. No, baby, don't worry about that. You ain't got to do that. You're just gonna say that to them.
No. That's not what I said, is it, Joe? That's not what I said.
That's not what I said neither. Right.
I'm not stopping, but I'm not making it that.
Joe, don't say nothing with your Bootsy Collins glasses on.
Whoa.
Run DMC glasses on. I just noticed.
The regular Ray-Bans.
Go ahead.
Oh, he making you see that right there. No, I wouldn't say no, don't do it, but it's not a requirement. And but I will agree
But you
with
gonna
this.
take it.
Yes, but I will agree with this. If we were living together, then I could see more of an exchange because we under the same roof. But if she lived and she got her house, her apartment, and I'm over here, it's not no requirement for me.
It's not a requirement that you do the things for her that you do. No, Lynch.
Brother, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. How much time do she
522.
if a woman, and I don't care what nobody in this comment section saying, if a woman come to my house, we eat dinner or something, or she just come to my house and it's some dishes in the sink. If she leave and them dishes still in the sink, I'm looking at her different because you ain't made my space better.
Right.
My space better.
Right.
Listen to me. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there.
No, go ahead.
No, go, Frank. Go there.
Don't go there. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there.
Frank, I need you to go there. Help me.
Woman should make your space better every time she's in your. Like, for instance, I've had women who I'm not a decorative person. Okay, I don't care. I don't care nothing about none of that. I've been on my own since I was 19. I don't care nothing about no decorations. I don't care nothing about no pictures being on the wall. I don't care nothing about no curtains. I don't care nothing about having no coasters. You understand me? But women whom I've dated see those things and just at random show up with those things.
That's
Baby,
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
you ain't got no coasters. Let me buy you some.
That's what I'm talking about.
You need some curtains in here.
But,
See,
but Frank, is it
I'll tell them they ain't got to buy them. At least I'll give you the money to order it. Go ahead, Lynch. I'm sorry.
But I agree with Frank, and that's happened on many occasions with me because I'm like you too, Frank. I don't care about that stuff. nice, clean, condo, bed, a couch, and I'm good. But is it a requirement that she does those things? I think that's where we at dealing with the requirement.
Not a
I
requirement
think
that things that I do.
I get stuck on Frank. I get stuck on all the things that you're requiring from these women, and Bishop agreeing to.
Let's
Bishop,
kill the word requirement, Joe. Let's kill. It's an expectation. You have a
Okay.
right to meet the expectation, just as I have a right to exit our dating phase.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Frank, keep that word requirement back in the discussion. Don't eliminate that word requirement.
Okay.
There are requirements to every healthy relationships. That's just a reality. There are expectations and there are requirements. So let's keep requirements. For me, it is a requirement. That the ladies require us to do certain things. There's nothing wrong with requiring them to do certain things.
The senior statesman has.
Yeah.
So Johnson,
Absolutely.
So are you agreeing, Johnson, that if there's some dishes, she's required to wash those when she come over?
Well, not so much not so much specifically the dishes, but there would be some requirements. For some people, it would be dishes. For some people, it would be the washing of the drawers. For some people, it may be
The washing of the drawers.
some other area of chivalry that they like to experience. But there will be requirements in every relationship. We all
Hey,
know that.
Johnson, Antoine, help me with this, man.
All right.
My problem is that this is sounding very chauvinistic, misogynistic. That hold on. That everything y'all talking about is domestic stuff. I have a maid that come to my house once a week. I pay her. She take care of my. I'm not saying that my woman
It's
should
him.
be domesticated.
Go
I'm not
ahead.
saying-
Go ahead.
Huh?
No, it's you with the noise. I cut you off and it went off. Go ahead.
It's me.
Yeah.
It can't be me.
Oh, it's you. The bishop said it.
Y'all hear it now? Y'all hear it now? Hold on. Y'all hear it now? No. No.
How is me? There's nothing moving here.
No, come on. Come on.
Oh, but
Kept your
everything,
shower curtain.
everything.
Personal joke. Lynch, you missed it. Lynch, you missed it. Go ahead.
Everything can't be domesticated.
Ooh,
I got give and take in relationships that I've been in, but I've had women that look over my business plan. Yeah, I'm gonna change the tire, pump your gas. But I got women that look over my business plan. Women that help me write.
thank you,
things.
sister. Thank you.
So
Thank,
some-
thank you. See,
That's an older woman.
this problem. This the problem I got, Bishop. This the problem I got with this generation. This generation of people who date. This the problem I got. And see, Joe has been very defensive of the feministic movement. I understand. I respect him. I hope you get your followers up. I hope you get your likes up tonight. I hope you find a good established woman that's a career woman.
it ain't for that. It ain't for that.
Let me just say this. This is the problem that I have with this. Is that every woman I've met or dated
He's such a Baptist preacher.
has no problem stating the old school values of what she requires of her man. She want him to be a provider. She want him to be able to pay bills. She want him to be a handyman. She want him to do all of these things that are old school principles. But yet, when it comes to her responsibilities, it got to be new school. So if we gonna live in 2021 where the men and the women on equal ground, okay, let's just do it all the way around. You change your own doggone tie. You change your own oil. You take out your own doggone trash. You open up your own door. You pull your own tray out when we at the restaurant. If we gonna make washing dishes and washing clothes chauvinistic, let's make it Let's make it even all the way around. When we go on date, you take me out. You pick up the doggone tab. If that's the case, I'm sick of this. Come on with this.
Frank, we're gonna leave it like it is, and we're gonna accept the fact that there are requirements on both ends, and it is what it is.
Well, I will say this, Joe. It was like I was in the service and he was arguing his point. He almost made a believer out of me. Talk for another 10.
I know, right?
I felt like I was at late night service. I was like, all right. I'm thinking to myself, God knows if you can't wash no dishes, you can't come over here no more.
Carlton, I'm sitting here like, I'm like,
that's a manipulative preacher. Like you changed my mind.
Now has almost persuaded me.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier in Clubhouse. Is this really about? Let me shift it, Perry. The woman having a servant's mentality. Either she do or she don't. Somebody brought that up on the stage earlier. That they're looking for a woman, huh?
A servant or a service? What, a servant?
Well, I mean, same thing, service. Yeah, I don't mean it in a slave type thing,
Right.
but they have that mentality of serving. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we're talking about. We serve each other.
Yeah.
I serve you if you need a tie. I serve you. I mean, so do we want to wait? So somebody sent me a text and said, we're answering as if you all are living together and not dating. So let's separate the two. So are we talking about somebody that's living together? Or are we talking about somebody that casually comes over your house and see the dishes nasty?
as soon as Frank bat a girl $1 million, she gotta wash his dishes and wash his drawers. That's what Frank said.
I don't know if that's what Frank is saying.
First of all, brother, that ain't what I said. We're talking about, we are, whoever asked the question, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about once we have got to a place where we are hanging out, we're always in each other's space. We are dating on that level of, I see you maybe 2-3 times a week. We're always in one another's space. Not the talking phase where we're trying to figure out if we feel like one another, but we're talking about when we are in a space where we are always in one another's space. At least that's what I'm talking about.
And I think that it's the concept with me is it got to be a mutuality. At the end of the day, if I do something for you and my needs may not be washing my drawers, my needs may be you picking up something, doing something for me, some toiletries or some of the concept. So I think it's a mutuality, and I agree wholeheartedly with Frank. I do. I think that Lynch, I think that we are in a place where we are held to a standard, and an old school standard, and the women have a new school standard that they have. That's my belief system.
You know what, Perry? I'm gonna say this to you, Perry. I'm gonna say this to you. I was just sitting here thinking when I was quiet, while Bishop was talking and a few others. I had a ex-girlfriend. We were about to get married about 2 years ago. I told Bishop about her. He's seen the pictures and all that. And Antoine, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm gonna buy Frank lunch tomorrow because she used to always come over here and clean up the house, and I was just sitting here washing the dishes and vacuuming the floor. And I just thought to myself, damn, I sure miss her. Frank, I'm with you. I'll repent. I repent against heaven and you. I was just sitting here. Hold on, Bishop. I got to get this out. Frank, I'm sorry. Antoine, I got some dishes right now.
You wish she was there.
Like,
Jesus.
God dog it.
You almost called the name. You almost called the name.
Oh my God.
And see, it's hard. It's hard to get a woman out your system that made your space better.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you was the one always give, this ain't Clubhouse, Bishop. if you were the one always giving and was barely getting anything in return, it's hard to get a woman out your system that made your space. I can't say it no better than that. You muted, Bishop. You muted.
The first thing that you're gonna look for with the new one is when they come over and them dishes in there and they still in there and leave. What you gonna say? Just like Carlton just now. He's like, Frank, that made me think. I had it good. Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say this part, but
Come on, Frank.
you know, if somebody spend the night with you and they the last one out of bed and they don't make the bed up, you just like if they just leave without making the bed up, it's just like what are you doing? Like you just
Some of the new school be talking about we both slept in it.
no, I agree. The last one out should make the bed. It don't matter if that's male or female. But I'm just saying, it's something about another person that makes life easier for you. That's what a help me is. That a help me helps you in areas that you might not necessarily be sufficient in.
All right, Frank, I gave you the night, but next week, hell, I'm arguing with you next week. I'm off of that.
Anisha said a nasty heifer.
Right is right. Right is right. Wrong. Joe Glover is wrong tonight.
Joe, you got to come over tonight, Joe. We coming over.
Yeah, come over. We can do that, man. We can talk more about it.
So what keeps coming up in the comments, though, when are they asked to do that, Frank? When you in the dating phase, in the commitment phase, or in the living together phase?
But in the phase where you two are changing things that should be exchanged.
So wait a minute. So once you take her out to dinner for the first time, you expect her when she come over your house?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm asking.
That's not what I'm saying.
I ain't Lynch. Stand down. I'm just asking. I'm on your side. Because they're asking at what point.
I'm on his side too. Go ahead, Frank.
They're asking at what point.
At the point that you two are in one another's space, then there should be an even exchange of expectations.
So is that commitment?
It doesn't have to be commitment. I wasn't committed to you when I did.
So you're just gonna have a bunch of them coming over doing it then? Because if dating is data, then you dating more than one person.
If one won't do it, the next one will. We all know that's a.
I shouldn't have asked that.
And listen, people in the comment section talking about something. That's why y'all gonna stay single. Listen, ain't nobody on this panel hurting for having a connection of somebody that could be the one. Let's just be honest about it. Ain't nobody on this panel hurting for options. Okay?
And some of the options may be looking tonight.
Listen, just be aware of that, Miss Smarty Pants in the comment section.
Hey, option.
Yo,
Hey,
Bishop,
option.
can
Go
I
ahead.
add this? Because this is what I'm passionate about this, because I think this is why dating needs to be redefined. Because I think that it's very easy to say you have standards about something that have not been talked about or discussed or agreed upon. I feel like one of the things that need to happen in the dating phase is these kind of conversations, so that we can actually know where we stand on this stuff. And some of it is going to be situational, right? But the reality of the matter is, I think we don't have deep enough conversations while dating, because I think we allow euphoria to make us believe that just because we really like a person, they're willing to do something that they might be willing to do in one stage of the relationship that they're not willing to do once they really know you. And so I think that that's one of the things that need to be redefined in dating, like, is a conversation. Like, yo, what are your expectations of me? And you can't expect that of me, and it can't be a standard unless it's agreed upon. Because as a man, you know what I'm saying, Frank? Like, as a man, I'm expected to do a lot of stuff that I didn't agree to because that's what society says I'm supposed to.
Big brother.
Consequently, it's the same thing for women.
Big brother, but they don't believe that. See,
right?
When did just commented since you want to comment tonight, women, and you help me She said a helpmate is a wife, not the one you're dating. No, Sister Wendy, you got it all wrong. See, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So the one I'm dating should already be a wife. You don't become a wife when you walk down the altar. When you walk down to the altar and you say I do, you're already a wife when I find you. Now,
Oh, Frank.
if you act like a girlfriend, you're gonna stay in a girlfriend's place. But if I find you as a wife, your chances increase that you will actually become what you already are on paper.
Hey
I
Frank,
felt something, Frank.
I feel good tonight, Bishop. You made it, Bishop.
What do you say to? I'm just doing it just in case it's me the one making the noise. We almost at 600. What do you say to those women, though, Frank, that say, or even people that teach, that you should not give wife benefits to a man before you get married, or he's not going to marry you?
What's your,
Let me say, I believe that what's in you, you automatically going to do. Okay, so how about this? Then why should I do the things that I do for you if you know, I'm not your husband?
Come on, Bishop, tonight.
Why would I change tires?
yeah,
Why would I get why would I send the tow
Pay
truck?
for dinners, yeah.
Why you calling me then? Because I ain't a husband.
exactly.
So it goes both ways, though, is what I'm saying. You can't have it one sided and then don't want to do reciprocate, is the thing.
That's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying. That
Man,
the expectations are uneven. They want us to
I
be
don't.
and be husband like without them being wife like. Go ahead, Joe.
I don't have one relationship where even Bishop's my friend. He's my bishop. I love him, but he's my friend. We have a give and take. Every relationship, you sow, you reap, you sow, you pour, you pour, you pour, you pour. So you gotta get something. Something's gonna be coming back. I'm not saying don't expect anything. I just don't want to require anything. And the things I do expect, I'm just chivalrous. I'm just a chivalrous by nature. But I don't do it with any expectation of nobody reciprocating what I do as a man with domestic services in my house. It might be other things she provide for me, and I'm cool with that. And one day we'll get to that point to where she'll come in and she'll make sure these dishes and these drawers are together. Cause I have special. Hey, Antoine. I'm like that dude off the movie where he's like, I got special gifts and talents. Where I got special gifts and talents that make you want to do those things for me when we get to that point. But until then, I don't expect you to match my chivalry with being my maid. You give me, I wouldn't be still messing with you if you wasn't giving me something in the relationship, if you wasn't feeding some part of me. But I don't need to trade it off for you doing my dishes and my drawers. I pay a lady
See,
I
to
pay a
me,
lady to do that stuff.
the language is off. To me, the language is off because how now we equate domestic duties. We say being a maid. When so what is husband duties? What are the things that you do that you offer? What is that? What is that? What do we tag that as? See,
We're talking about
we
we're talking about the,
principles for women a negative connotation. That we say being a mother, just being a housewife is degrading. Now, when back in the day, being a housewife was the highest honor because we all know that you want that woman, you want her mentality, you want her upbringing to be instilled into your children and into the house. She flavors the whole house. But now somehow we got it to a point where it's a negative connotation. And y'all heard me talk. I desire a woman with a career. I desire a woman to do her own thing because I believe that in this day and time when she don't have work, all she can do is work on you. So I believe that I want my woman to have a career and her own thing going. But we have to reevaluate how in 2021 we look at house stuff as maid. She do it for herself. She don't have no dirty house. She don't leave this. So why would she allow your space if you're going to be an extension of her? Why would she allow anything less for your space? That's what I don't get. And how now she's a maid because she does those things. That's just confusing to me. I don't understand.
Hey Frank, taking out the garbage, cleaning the gutters, that's also domestic. So I don't get it either.
Me either.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't understand how that became. When it comes to doing it for a man, it moves from domestic to being a maid to being degrading because now she's doing it. She's executing what she already does for herself now for her man. Make it make sense.
Facts.
Perry, we ain't heard from you.
I think Frank said it all for me. Like Frank said it all for me because I think it's a mutuality. I just think it's a mutuality. You can't expect that of me. And then I think it was Bishop Jackson that said, Antoine that said that we are in a place where talking about expectations, having those conversations of expectations. And so I think we just got to have these expectations, these conversations of expectations. Somebody said that expectations create disappointments, but unspoken expectations create disasters. So, it's just as great. So I think it's all about talking, conversation. But Frank done summed it up for me. Don't expect me to change your tires. You ain't finna do something for me either. It's a mutuality.
All right, let's go. Let's do one more. Which one y'all want? Have you ever been in love? And we can take that. Or what is the biggest misconception about a man? What's the biggest misconception about a man? Which one y'all want?
Let's do misconceptions because we all been in love.
No, we were gonna go further than that way, but what is the biggest if you would talk to women tonight? It's all about, thank you, Kelly. It's all about communication. So what is the biggest misconception that you would like to tell a woman about a man? That the misconception is from them. Their misconception about a man. Let's start with Joe.
I think that one of the biggest misconceptions is women don't often understand. It's probably partly our fault because we don't show it as much. That men are very emotional. That we deal with a lot of emotions, a lot of pains, a lot of fears, a lot of issues that we don't just wear on our sleeve because we can't. It's not possible for us to live like that. And so what we do is we hide it deep inside of ourselves and not really expose it. But we are very emotional. And the other thing is
Am I hearing the same thing y'all hearing or just me this time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Breeze?
You breaking you try it again, Joe.
Am I back?
No. Okay, Antoine, take it. What would be a big misconception to women, that women have about a man?
Sure. That a man doesn't want you to initiate physical touch or sexuality. That I found that oftentimes it's like let's just say like yesterday, a lot of men got rewarded with sexuality because he did a good job for Valentine's Day. He got rewarded with a good hug or a good kiss because he did a good job for Valentine's Day. When the reality is he actually wants his woman to initiate those kind of interactions instead of just waiting on him to initiate it. He's not a sexual predator, right? Like this world has tried to make men don't need that physical touch from the woman that they love. So I think that's one of those misconceptions that women should definitely know. We're not sexual predators. we want a woman to lavish us with physical touch as well.
Go ahead, back, Joe. You're back.
I just wanted to say that we need that emotional support from you, even when we don't show you where those emotions are and where those emotions lie. We still need you to make us feel great. The fact is, especially as a black man, we fight everywhere we go. We go to stores, and the security cameras following us around. We have fears with the police. We have fears. We're working on our jobs and knowing that we got to work twice as hard to get half of what the other people are getting. But when we get back around y'all, we need to be held high. We need to be validated. We need to be honored. We need that respect because the world is kicking our butts, and we don't want to come home and fight. The truth is that peace would be more important. I told a story last week or on Clubhouse this week. When I had an affair on my wife, it was with a non-assuming, not even half as attractive woman. And my ex-wife asked me, "Why did you mess with this girl?" I said, "Because she gave me peace. She let me be myself. She let me talk how I need to talk. But every time I come home, you fight me on everything I do." And so she said, "But you kept having sex with her." I said, "I had to reward her and buy the peace from her. And my currency was sex. My currency was emotional connection. My currency was having this time that she required from me. But she honored me, and she respected me, and she held me. And then what I told my ex-wife, she said, "Well, I'll be busy and I got this going on." I said, "Well, listen, a man gonna be a king somewhere, and I paid $500,000 for this house, and I can't feel like a king in this house. And so I will go to that girl's $600 one-bedroom apartment and be a king there because a man is gonna be a king somewhere." And so if we don't have that ideal, that identity about women understanding what we need and how we need it, then that's what we're gonna break down in the conversation, man. Support your man emotionally, honor him. He need that. He fight everywhere. When I come home to my woman, Bishop, I want to hide inside of her. I want her to be my pavilion, my protection, the scars and the bumps and bruises I got from my day. I want to be able to come home and lay down inside of her and heal my body, my scrapes and all that, so I can go out and try it again tomorrow. And if I don't have that, then it ain't gonna be able to work out.
I want to go back to somebody mentioned it, but I think one of the things is that misconception is that men don't want to be emotional. The issue is you may have to go through some layers to get us there, but it's not that we don't want to be. You have to reach that place, and Perry, you come next, but isn't it about a trust thing? We have to feel like we can trust you to be vulnerable with you and to open up to you. And men really do want to, but it's the issue of, can I trust you to open up? Or am I laying my head in the lap of? Go ahead.
I think, Bishop, that's profound the way you put it. And as soon as you asked the misconception with men, in my mind, what came to me is that we always want sex. Everything is sex. And I think Bishop Antoine said it best, we're sexual predators. We always want sex. I think we all are saying the same thing. We want someone that we can be emotional. When you look at Samson never had sex. I don't want to make it spiritual, but he never had sex with Delilah. She just listened to him. And she just listened. And I think that if you ever could get to the place that you could listen to me without judging me, without doing that, looking at me as if I am weak, or using that as a tool, or taking the tool of my trust and making it a weapon later. Because my trust is a tool. You can maneuver me many places. I can build you a home with that. I can build you a safe place with that. but then you use it as a weapon against me later. Samson never had sex with Delilah. He just laid his head in her lap. And so
Prophet.
it's not that we wanted sex. It's sometimes we just want somebody we can love, somebody
Prophet.
that just can listen to us. And I've been saying it a lot of times. Most of us say, I'm broken. Yes, I came broken. I came broken to you. But if you allow me to find trust in you, you allow me to find room in the space of peace. And I think that Joe said it best. A lot of times sex becomes currency. This is the best way that I can express my gratitude and love to you for what you've done. I've given you the house, I've given you the car, I've given you all of this, but it's something deeper that I want to show you my appreciation. So it's not that we always want sex. It's not that we always want that. We want someone that we can trust. And Bishop said it best, someone we can just lay our head in their lap. You know, give me a lap dance, you know, and do it that way. Give me a lap dance, you know. I say it that way. Delilah gave lap dances. She never had sex with him. She gave him a lap dance.
Prophet.
That's good.
Prophet.
Sex with him. She never. The Bible doesn't record penetration. The Bible doesn't talk about intercourse. She just gave him a lap dance, and she got everything out of him that she needed to get out of him. Yeah, y'all need to write in the comments. Give me a lap dance.
Let me ask you this question then real quick, Perry. You talked about Delilah, Samson talking to Delilah. How important is it for us to have a safe space as men that we can communicate everything to a woman? Because a lot of times they don't let us be ourselves. They don't let us be able to talk like we need to talk or say things we need to say because they'll use that against us later. How important is it that we have a safe place to talk to a woman like Samson had with Delilah, even though she used it against him?
Man, I think that is more important than anything because his strength was revealed in that. You know, you can get, again, anything out of me in that safe place. I think you said the best, Joe, about the pavilion. You know, I think that is the most powerful thing a woman can give. I can give you the house, but when you give me a safe place, we can create this to be a home. So, you know, I think that we look at it that way. Again, I think that's the most powerful thing you can offer a man besides loyalty. But if I can, because I can love you and not trust you. I can love you and not trust you at all. We see that all the time. Men end up with prostitutes. I can love someone or give them a piece of me, but it don't mean I trust that individual. So I'm just telling you that, man. Just, you know, again, that mentality. We don't always want sex. We want somewhere where we can see when you again, I want to make it spiritual, but when you are in that marriage and we start having sex in a trustworthy, safe place, it no longer is sex, it's worship. You know, it taps into a level of worship, you know, and so it goes into another level of transaction between you and that woman. It's a reflection of Christ coming to the church, grabbing the church, embracing the church. So again, I just think that we look at it that way. You know, it's safe, Joe. It's the most safest thing I think any woman can offer her man. You know, again,
Shakespeare said that the most important, the most revealing, the biggest word in a dictionary is home.
yeah, man.
Home is the biggest word, the most profound word in the dictionary. And I think that women need to understand they got to be our home because home never judge you.
Yeah.
When people get shot and they hurting, I got shot. I wanted to come home. Somebody had to tell me to go to the hospital. Home don't judge you. And so if a man can't have his woman be his home,
yeah,
and be able to and be in that space, then it's gonna be hard for it to move forward in a safe way.
Hey, Joe, do you think that that's why we got to manage our feelings better in the friend stage? Because the friend stage is the place where I feel like men are the most vulnerable, the most themselves, the most goofy, languages, whatever. But oftentimes, because you find that attraction there, because of that friend stage, we move too quick on our emotions. Then we move the stage of the relationship where I think that needs more time. So that's why I'm not the proponent of, oh, yo, if he's been with you for 6 months and you need to. No, I don't believe that. I personally believe it's about the processing of the stage itself. If we've not fully processed the stage itself, then we can make our emotions move us beyond the development of the stage that we as men truly need to feel at home. Because I need to feel like my girl is my friend. And so that means I need to be stupid with her. You know what I'm saying? That's why, y'all, I told you, like, if I say something or do something stupid and she smack me a little bit, I might like it. Because it's like, that's my friend zone. You hear me? Like, so, hey, Frank, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, get your life together. Like, because,
brother, y'all.
Hey, I'm just trying to tell you, bro. Like, so I think that friendship stage, I think, is managing the emotions of the euphoria stage. That if we can get that down pat, I think we'll be able to have greater relationships and greater friendships that can really stand the test of time for real.
I think that while we're talking about safe space, to put it in as layman terms as I can, watch how and when man that you're interested in acts in certain predicaments in certain places. For instance, all of us, pretty much everybody probably on the panel loves sports. A man would go to a sports bar. Never met this man sitting at the table across from him. But yet somehow, within the climax of the game, he starts high-fiving it. He starts talking loud to this man. They start developing a connection. Why? Because he knows, without even talking about it, because how this man is acting, that he has a common interest in what he's interested in. So it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of conversation. They already know that they're there for the same purpose, and that's to enjoy the game. What happens between man and woman oftentimes is that we fail to do the little things like showing interest in what that person is interested. Are you interested? Are you sincerely interested in what makes me happy? And when you display that you have a common place, a common ground, that you're truly interested beyond me just paying for a date, beyond just kick. You want to know what makes me float, what makes me work, what makes me happy, what makes me sad. Then that creates a sanctuary area for us to create a worship between you and I in our flesh together and in our emotions. Come on, church, y'all ain't saying nothing in that.
In our flesh, a worship experience.
So if you really want to know what makes a man tick, Joe has said it, Paris said it, Bishop Jackson has said it. All the men agree on one common thing, that home has to be our sanctuary. Or we will create a sanctuary somewhere else. And it does not even have to be with another woman. We can find solace at always being at the sports bar, because that would make me happy. Because when I go home, I gotta fight. Go ahead.
50% of the men that's married, when they going home, they drive up to their driveway, pull out, drive around a corner a couple of more times, because that car be their safe space, or their sanctuary.
Yeah.
Because they know as soon as they walk in the house, they got to deal with hell. They got to deal with somebody challenging their failures. If the bills due and I didn't make enough money because I'm an entrepreneur, I got to deal with your eyes of judgment. That emasculates me. So I'll take an extra 15 minutes and just drive around a block a couple of times, because I gotta prepare myself to come home and deal with the issues that we have. It ain't always because a woman is mean or disrespectful or problematic. Sometimes they just have this expectation on us, sometimes that we can't fulfill, and it emasculates us. But women got to understand that even with those expectations, to temper that, to make sure it's not damaging us more than what we are. Because we know that bills do. We know that stuff ain't good. We know
Yeah.
we ain't had sex. We know that. We know all that. We know the kids been. I ain't been to the kids' school. We know it all. But for
Yeah.
you to be so excited about reminding us of our failures, it emasculates us and it pushes us in different directions.
I
Yeah.
think
And
it's a movie, Denzel Washington, Frank, that has Safe House. It's called Safe House,
mhm.
where he had to put someone in a house for witness protection. And so a
Yeah.
lot of times I need you to protect me when you witness my frailties. You know,
Yeah.
Mm,
don't expose
mm,
me.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
protect me. Be my witness protection. Protect me when you witness my weak moments and my broken places. It's nothing worse than to run from enemies on the outside only to land the bed on you.
Mm.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing worse than to run from outside and I run in here and I have a war in my own house. And so now where the safe haven that I should have, you trying to kill me. You didn't kill the witness. You didn't
Yeah.
kill me because you witnessed my frailty and you expose it. So,
Yeah.
there's a stranger in my house.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And who I should have known, I don't even know because
Yeah.
because of your rage, your emotional moment, or when you have a misconception of my masculinity.
Yeah.
Then you turn around and you become a stranger in my house.
Yeah.
Intruder alert.
And somebody been trying to figure out why their man never wants to come around, why they didn't stop frequently visiting, why they be gone all the time. Even when they're there, it seems like they're not mentally there, they're not emotionally there, because you have created hell at home. And we
Yeah.
always associate hell with being hot. And the first thing you want to do when you touch something hot is get your hand off of it. The first thing you want to do is, if something catch on fire, you want to put it out. You want to escape from that thing that's hot. And so that's why you can't put your hand on what's been going on. You might have created hell in your home. That's why he's never there. That's why he's emotionally absent. That's why he's mentally not present, because he's trying to escape what's too hot for him to handle.
And I think the Bible says a
Wow.
woman scorned is worse than hell. It's better to be on the
Yeah,
rooftop.
Yes,
Something
sir.
yeah.
like that.
Yes, sir.
You're safe haven on your top of your house now.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to be in here with you.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, that's reality. That's real.
And let me
It's
tell
real.
you this. Let me tell you this, woman. If you listen, because it's just men talking amongst us. But if y'all eavesdrop and listen to this, just because of what you're saying is the truth in the wrong time is cruelty. Truth brought up in the wrong
Good.
space is
That's good.
cruelty.
That's
And
good.
just because it's true, don't mean you gotta put it out there and push it in our face and all that. Baby, you gotta get discernment about your timing. You gotta get discernment and intuition about how you communicate these things. Because either you gonna be my health food or you gonna be the poison that drive me out of the house. And I'll go find somewhere else to be healthy at.
And Joe,
Wow.
you said it that okay, us as Christians, we believe in kingship and queenship, that we are kings and queens. We believe that we are chosen people. We believe that we are peculiar. We believe that we have a certain level of royalty about ourselves. But you don't talk to a king just any kind of way. You don't talk to a queen just any kind of way. And so what happens is, when she approaches you like a peasant, stupid choices get stupid prizes. You trying to figure out why you keep getting the circus, and you the one that keep clowning.
Wow.
Man, Frank, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we gotta move on. Come
Let me just say this. I keep on trying to remember the scripture, and I was going to ask Perry because he remembers scriptures. But it says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." Now, if it says that about a brother, then can you imagine to the person that you're supposed to be connected to, that woman should be there in the time of trouble. If you can't be with me when I'm going through my worst, then I don't want you when I'm going through my best.
Yes.
And I hope ladies, women are listening to that tonight. You have to be there through the thick and thin And it don't start when you marry the person. It starts when you in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Because that's what shows, y'all given already, thank you. That's what shows that you can take it when we get to the other part of it. If you can't take the fight when we in just a committed relationship, well, I'll do it when we get married. No, you have application in right now. You're showing what you can do right now. It's not later on. You don't get better. I say it in my book. You don't, if I can't do now, you know, and we're not even talking about the clothing and all that stuff. We're talking about just general support, mental support, emotional support. Are y'all with me?
Yes,
and if
sir.
you can't do that when I'm at my lowest, then I'd rather be by myself than in my high points. Everybody can be with you. Thank y'all for giving. Everybody could be with you when you're high, but the woman that's the right one, when the right one comes, she's there no matter what. Let me tell you something. The Antoine, Lynch, Frank, Joe, Perry, Roderick, 3 famous words, and everybody ought to type it in. I got you. Put it in the comments. If you can tell that man or that woman, baby, I got you, ain't nothing like that. And if you with somebody that ain't got you, you need to find one that got you. Because I want to be able to tell somebody, I got you. Carlton?
Wow. Listen, tonight, I want you to do me a favor tonight, even as you put those words in the comment section. Let me salute my brothers tonight for a great conversation. It was your night tonight, Frank. You challenged us. You worked tonight. No, we understand when somebody work, and we support them. I want y'all to do something tonight. I don't want you to rush off because even before we leave this platform, Prophet Perry is going to pray for all of us before we leave because some people are going through in their relationship, especially in seasons like this, you know, where you wish you had somebody or the right one, and you still messing with the wrong one. That's blocking the right one from coming. You don't know how to break up. You don't know how to call it off and those things. I want to call tonight partnership night. I need 15 of you to put that on the screen in the comments now, partnership night. I think we are way past counting. We're in the second season. It's probably been close to 40 weeks, most likely. I don't know. Bishop, I want to try to find the exact number this week. Of
Frank, when did you start?
One week after y'all started.
So you don't remember when it was, though?
Sometime in August.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I had people texting me right now say they'd never seen the show before, and they're asking where the old shows are. So it's still new people. Go ahead, Lynch.
Yeah. And so with all of you that's on right now, I want to do something. I want y'all to type that in the comment section. Partnership night. I want you to allow tonight to be a night to partner with When the Right One Comes, Men Edition. There has not been a week went by where we haven't been on and sharing our truths, and I believe it's getting better and better and better. We're thrilled, excited about the new additions on the show. Bishop Antoine, Joe, Global is amazing. I want as many people tonight. When you look at the graphics, when you look at the YouTube clips, When the Right One Comes, over 400 videos being edited and lower thirds and all of those type of things that's being done. Let me tell you, I promise to you, it costs to get it done. When you see the flyers and all the updates and the person behind the scene that's working, I promise to you all, it costs. When these brothers had to get a new microphone. I remember when I first started, I was at Best Buy. I mean, you remember that, Bishop? I was at Best Buy almost like every other day. And on the phone, Bishop, I'm about to do a test. I run home and try to get it done, and it still wasn't right. I have to go back. I mean, all of those things cost. And while we're not charging you, we need partners to come alongside and help. I want you to consider tonight 3 ways to help. 3 different amounts: 20, 30, or 40. 20, 30, or 40. 20, 30, or 40. I want you to consider. There's some of you all, you've been given, some of you already have given, but there's some that can give that 20 tonight. There's some that can give that 30 tonight. There's some that can give that 40 on tonight. I want as many of you as possible to even right now, just type in the comment section on what level you're giving on tonight. On Facebook alone, there's 296 of you. I'm not sure on YouTube
It's a
altogether.
total of 414 on now.
414 people that I'm calling for your partnership on tonight. Help us to be able to continue everything, because Joe definitely got to go get him another mic tomorrow. As soon as Best Buy open, he got to go. Frank, get on Amazon for him and order what he needs, because he done gave us a nervous breakdown on tonight. 20, 30, or 40 tonight. You can give through Cash App, you can give through Venmo, whatever that is. I don't know what Venmo is. You can give through PayPal, you can give through Givelify. Thank you for the 20. Marlette, if you can put some of them on the screen, or brothers, if y'all can just see in your comment section and thank them. Thank you, Lowell Boy, for 20, Kimberly for 20, Miss Polly for 30. Come on, I need more of you that's giving tonight, 20, 30, or 40. That you giving tonight just because you like what is being done. Thank you, Octavia, for 40. Thank you for 21, Lisa. Lazarus, thank you, Stephanie, for 20. Thank you, Trina, for 20. What was the number? 20, 30, or 40, Vanessa? All the ways to give are on the screen now. We need partners tonight. Thank you, AG, I think, for 20. Thank you, Kai, for 40. Nancy Shelton, thank you for 20. I need more of you to partner. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people, 9 people behind the set, the graphics, all of that to help it flourish. Partner with us. We're not asking you for your tithes. We're asking you for a seed tonight. This isn't a prophetic word tonight. No, give because you have been encouraged. Give tonight because you appreciate what's being done. Cammie Irving, thank you for the 20. I need about 15 more of you tonight that will give. Laura, thank you for 20. Come on, I need about 14 more of you that will give on tonight. Jessica Perry, thank you for 20. Everybody is liking, everybody is sharing this. Tag your BFF. Make sure they're on next week. Whitney, thank you for 20. Brittany, Denise, thank you for 20. Brittany, thank you for rocking with us every week. I think you've been with us from the very beginning. Maybe you're trying to date Perry. I don't know. Melissa Howard, thank you. Y'all know I ain't picking with Frank no more. Frank, he don't take jokes kindly. Melissa, thank you for 20. Come on, I need about 12 more of you that's giving on tonight. Come on, 12 more. Come on, real quick. Come on, 12 more. The ways to give is on the screen going through. Cash App, money sign, Greg Davis, 10, PayPal, contact Greg Davis at gmail.com. Givelify, all of that. Thank you, Ruth, for 20. Corina, thank you for 25. Angela Booker, thank you for 20. Kimberly, thank you for 30. Come on, I need at least 10 more people that's giving on tonight. Sean, thank you for 20. Alicia Wilts, thank you for 20. Shawnee, thank you for 20. Would y'all come on and do it? Come on, I need about 10 of you all to hit share right now. Tag your ex-boyfriend and tell them you need to hear from these guys. Yeah. Tag your ex, tag the one you broke up with in 2020. Thank you, Teresa Tolles, for 20. Brittany said, Lynch, get some business. All right, I ain't mean to call you out. You know, I'm a prophet too. I see things. Perry, you said I'm a false prophet tonight.
I did.
Stephanie, thank you for 20. If we can get 7 more people tonight that's giving, and I promise I'll leave you alone. Frank, I was in a church down south in Georgia, and I was doing an offering, and a woman stood up and said, how much more you need? I said, I need $200. She said, if I give it, will you sit down? I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, here, come get the check. And I sat down, listen, all right, we almost there. I promise I'll be done. Tori, thank you for 25. Kim, thank you for 20. Anita, thank you for 20. Ariel, thank you for 20. Christopher, he talking about the effective date was August the 8th, 2020.
That's what Cassandra said. That's what everybody said. August 8th. So, Perry, can you count the week right quick for me?
Sure.
Now, Christopher, I want you to give $20 tonight, Christopher. You always doing some other stuff.
He's the executive secretary of the organization.
The secretary, right.
He watched the numbers.
Yeah, right. He'd be the one, right, Bishop, saying the numbers went down with the offering. He like an old mean deacon that go to Johnson's church. Katima Cook, thank you for 20. Rosina, thank you for 20. Cammie Irvin, thank you for 20. 3 more people, and I promise Frank is taking the mic. Come on, 3 more people. Give 20, 30, or 40. 20, 30, or 40. Monday, August the 28th. 28, August the 10th, 28 weeks. You know, it seemed longer than that.
Everybody's saying it's August 8th. How many weeks is it, Perry?
30 weeks.
30 weeks.
Today?
30 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
It's our anniversary. It's
right.
your anniversary.
All right, come on. We need 3 more people to give that 30. It's our anniversary, y'all. We need
and those of y'all that's saying it, no, we need more than that because they ain't giving like they saying. They pushing the buttons right now because it ain't there yet. Compared to how many people you calling?
Oh my God, they ain't there yet.
No.
Okay, all right.
It's taking a little while.
Maya Johnson, Maya, please give the 20, please. I'm thinking I'm doing something. Bishop said it ain't even coming in.
I mean, not like they saying.
Not like they're saying. All right. How far off are we, Bishop?
Are
you looking through PayPal and everything?
We probably need about 12 more people.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord have mercy. All right, come on. I need 12.
It's still 300 people on here. 350.
It's 350.
It's coming through now. Yeah, they're coming through now.
Okay, good. All right, come on. Let's keep going. I paid Cash App. Thank you, Lowell. I hear an echo. Who? Somebody need to mute. All right, I put in Greg Davis 1 instead of 10. I will fix it. Yeah, Greg done had about 12 Cash Apps since we started.
Tell them people.
Yeah, he done had. Christopher, our trustee, said he giving tonight. Thank you, sir.
You know, the real trustees in the Baptist church, they like you to call their names.
You ain't never lied. Somebody said I sent mine to Frank. Okay, you trying to hook up? You trying to hook up on the side? Kai McKinney, she said she Zelled it. Maya Johnson, she said she Zelled it. Gave through Cash App 20. Done already via Cash App. Shaquetta, thank you so much. Come on, we need about 9 more people to give. How many people are still on, Bishop?
327. 327
people is still on the line. All right, we almost there. Come on.
Mhm.
Trina said, "Oh, that's family." Okay, so since that's your family, you sent your
Oh no,
gift.
that's fine. Yeah.
I know how they go. She Baptist too. That's what they do. They don't put it in the tray. I understand.
I wanted to go to pastor.
I wonder, right? That's exactly. They put it in your hand. All right, come on. In about nine more people. Hey, Frank, is Trina Baptist? Tell the truth. Is she Baptist, Frank?
He muted.
Oh, okay. All right, come on. We can get 9 more people that will give. We
Sorry.
will.
Very Baptist though.
Very bad news, right? All right. Somebody said, "Don't come for the Baptist." I don't know. I'll come for the Baptist because I'm Baptist now.
Yeah, I'm Baptist too.
All right. Thank you, Kai. She said she's giving another 20 for someone else. I know that's right. Kai, send it to me. I'm gonna be like Frank tonight. Send me 20. All right. She said she's Methodist. All right, Bishop. Are we close now?
Yeah.
All right. 3 more people. Thank you, Felicia Rooks, for 20. Shani said, "Leave us trustees alone." Yeah. Ain't nothing like those women trustees.
She a trustee at my church. What up, Rashawn? Shani, what's up?
All right. Shaquetta said she Kojic. I know that's right. I'm a part of the Kojic church too. Bishop Don Shelby, my bishop. I'm in all the organizations.
That's right.
Whichever one the closest. That's the way I'm going to. All right, we almost there. Come on, 2 more people. Yeah, I got Zelle, but don't do it tonight, Kai, because I don't know what my Zelle is. I don't think I do. My Zelle is
Send it over to the bishop.
yeah,
Send it over to the bishop. We'll get it.
Yeah. Oh, mine is pastorlunch@hotmail.com. No, Roger, you don't run this part. I got this part, son.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, it's
I just
all
want to
good.
make sure you don't get over into my cut.
You got mine right.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
Got my cash out.
Oh, I didn't even look, Frank. I'm let me look.
All right. Thank you. Don't have cash at PayPal. All right. He has
That's fine.
cash.
I got
App.
it, Frank. Thank you.
All right.
You're good. Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
All right. We good. All right. Bishop Greg Davis.
Anybody got anything coming up? Anybody got anything coming up? You want to announce? Frank? Joe? Lynch? No?
Yeah,
All
I got a big event tomorrow. I'll be shoveling snow from around my car. If you want to join me, I'll go live for you.
Who's that, Antoine?
30 weeks? What? That's amazing.
I know it. We didn't. We just thought to ask tonight.
Hey, I don't want to play too much before they mute us.
He got a whole thing over there. Oh, right. Right before they cut us off. Right. The whole thing. Right. Let's thank Marlinda. Nobody never sees her from behind the scenes. She's the one putting all the so we want to thank my daughter Marlinda and all of you. We'll be back next Monday. Hey y'all, Marlinda, put up the email address. Send questions right quick if you can get the email address up, and we're gonna go. Pastor Lynch still has a book. Try it again.
Yes.
Go ahead, and then Roger can mention his.
I need you all to go to my website now. Put it in the comment section, carltonlynch.com. And my book is available. And I want you to get it. It's been doing real good too. And so hopefully Bishop Davis put me on one of his platforms and we can talk about my book. That's just a hint. You know what I mean? It will be good if Frank Ray will just bring me on Frankly Speaking, like a little.
I'm not on nothing till you put me on a panel on your little stanky Clubhouse. You done got famous on Clubhouse and you're grand on Clubhouse.
Frank, you going to sleep tonight? You staying up?
Not bringing you on, not nothing.
Frank, I bring you up.
That's right.
I send for you.
This nigga act like I ain't even in the room.
People,
I
that's
mean-
not true. Number one, that's not true. But I'm going to make a special effort, and it will be good if Owen Perry would bring me on when he giving his prophetic words throughout the day, and just let me talk about my book and all that. And Antoine, I mean, if we brothers, we supposed to be brothers. That's all I'm saying.
That's dope, though. For
yeah.
real, y'all don't realize the compilation of gentlemen, the depth upon which all of us are touching our different areas and doing different things. That each one of these men have a lot going on. To have us on together is absolutely epic. So we would appreciate if each and every one of you make sure you support all of us in our different endeavors. We joke and we kid. Me and Lynch fight all the time, but all of us are brothers. I love each and every one of these guys. And 30 weeks in, I'm 29 weeks in. 29 weeks in.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on me, Doc. I got a week over you. What are you doing, Doc? Like, I got 30 weeks strong.
I can honestly say that this has been life changing. This has been perspective altering. Just to be able to have this space where men can get together during this tedious time that we in, this season that we in, where we can't go to places that we would normally go. This has been a sanctuary for us.
Yes.
We appreciate each and every one of our regulars who have been with us since the beginning, that you always share, you always come. We want to say thank you so much. And then shout out to Bishop Greg Davis. This is Cal. I want each and every one of you to know, and him to know, that we stand behind him 100%, and we will support everything he does, and we love him much. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you.
Big facts. Big facts.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not doing this to be funny or nothing. I promise I'm not. And Bishop, he ain't gotta say nothing. We just need $150. That's all we short. It's $150. If a couple of you all can just give 10, if you just give 15, 20, whatever, we'll be there. That's all I want to say. And if we don't get it, we got Joe Global. That's why Bishop brought him, because he can cover up the downfall.
I can.
Broderick, push your book right quick.
Hey, I just want to say thank you, Bishop. When you gave me this opportunity last week, I sold some copies, and so I want to say thank you. It's called When He's Purpose for You, ladies. You don't have to wonder if he's the right one. The point is, these keys will help you know if he's purpose for you or just lusting after you. This is a help, and that includes me. All right. Thank you, Bishop. Cash App, $ Broderick Rice. I'm old school. Cash App, $ Broderick Rice. Thank you, Bishop.
And again, the email address is on there. Just take a picture of it. Y'all take a picture of this whole thing, and then who's out? Joe. Yeah, Joe, come back in for a minute. Y'all take a picture and then tag us as you post it. That's how you get the show promoted. And then lastly, we apologize. Marlinda's telling me that there's bad weather in a lot of these areas that we're coming from. And so that may have a lot to do with the static, because we haven't had static in a while. So we apologize to you all, and thank you for hanging in there. It was a record night, and we will be back. Those of you that listen to the radio show, it's a rerun tonight. So, I'm just letting you know. Anisha's not feeling good, and I was tired. I'm going to bed. All right? Good night, y'all. Peace.
Good night, Bishop. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Blessings, y'all.
Y'all meet me on Clubhouse. I'm headed there now.
Let's just go on the cover.